Settle down now, Ivy. Get a hold of yourself. There are but a scant 2 hours until dawn now. You've made it this far. No sense in working up now. It's only the pillars and spandrels casting such long and threatening shadows. I should know by now how the dark settles in cold stone hallways. Only a lack of light. Nothing lingering. This is ridiculous. Why did I volunteer to keep night watch? We are in the safest keep in all of Elios. Realistically, there cannot be any danger here. Certainly no ghosts. Who's there? I warn you, Thank you, Divine One. If you hadn't caught me, I'd have tripped right over the banister. I am so sorry. Yes, well, thanks to you, only my ego is bruised. How terribly shameful it would have been for me, of all people, to perish by falling off the balcony after all the training I've had in the air. I can ride side saddle on a wyvern 100 feet in the air, but fall from a second-story balcony with such a thick railing. A humiliating end. So it was you who opened that door, then. My sincerest apologies again, Divine One. I hadn't realized my childish mutterings were loud enough to disturb you. I see. Well, after such a long rest, it is natural you would have a complicated relationship with sleep. Please, do not worry. There is nothing amiss in the somnial. My mutterings were about... Well, I suppose there is no point in trying to hide it, is there? But please, if I may be so bold as to ask something of you, I must beg that you not tell anyone about this. If word got out that the Crown Princess of Illusia has such a stupid weakness. Thank you for your understanding. All right, then. I am deathly afraid of ghosts. Please do not laugh directly in my face. You truly see no humor in it, as childish as it is. I am the future queen of my country, and yet here I am, jumping at shadows and near tears at the thought of specters and ghouls. And this dreaded wind, oh, how it sounds like the moans of the damned, passing through the arches and pillars. Even though I know that sound is only natural, it chills me to the bone. Your fear of the corrupted. Ah, yes, that business with King Morian. It is unsettling to see those victims rise from their graves. Even when it is someone dearly missed, it is still disturbing when the dead do not stay dead. I see what you mean. Our fears are indeed similar in that regard. Actually, I think this war has greatly deepened my fear of lingering souls. First, my father became that shell of his former self. He was practically a living ghost, merely an echo of the man we had loved. His moods and behavior became so unpredictable, it was frightening. And all because of the fell dragon, dredged up from his own deathbed, another ghost in my castle. The entire world has felt so haunted ever since then. I feel like I've lost control over everything. My family, my kingdom, even my own life. Nothing is right anymore. Sometimes I feel like the ghost. You do not have to hug me. Of course you want to. You have such a pure heart. So loving and trusting. You truly deserve your divine title. I'm sorry. You have not been given the best impression of my homeland. If only you'd awoken sooner, perhaps I could have shown you the beauty of our stark, snowy cliffs without fear or peril. I quite think you would have enjoyed them. Yes, you are right. It shall make a wonderful reward for winning this war. For the other royals here as well. After everything we have been through together, I believe the next generation of kings and queens across Delios will be dedicated to peace and cooperation, more so than any of our predecessors. Maybe that is the thin silver lining we garner from this hellish war, a new promise of world peace. We can exorcise all the ghosts that haunt our histories, the border disputes and the trade disagreements, the bad blood. Illusia will have much to answer for, but I want to see a spectre-free world. None of us deserve to be haunted. Perhaps, with your permission, the Somnial can even carry on as a sacred meeting place between us all. We could gather for a yearly meal and discuss future plans for Helios together. What was that? Marin's wolf. Corrupted. A spirit. It has merely been Dreo. Gods, but what is he doing out so late? Look there. Slinking down the path to the campfire. A shock of orange. No. 2 shocks of orange. His sister joins him, and that fluttering fabric behind them can only be Prince Fagado and Princess Tamara. Just what were they doing out in the wooded area so late? A midnight party. Surely they should have their timepieces repaired then. Within minutes we shall see Prince Diamant and Prince Alfred rise for their pre-dawn runs. Ah, you're right. That looks like Prince Alchrist and Princess Celine. I did see them each rise individually some time ago. From what I gathered, they were both plagued by nightmares. Perhaps they found solace together. You're right. Nearly every royal has gathered already. After the crown princes rise and stretch for their morning runs, all that will be left is Hortensia. She will sleep in, however. She must insist on getting her cutie sleep. Even in the dead of night, the somnial can seem so full of life. It is as though our living spirits have swept through the cold halls and brought a new light. I will save this night in my heart, so that in a few years' time I might stand upon this balcony in an era of peace and remember this moment. The laughter, howls, and murmured confidence shall echo through the halls, even after we've parted ways, becoming the one ghost I will happily embrace.